Hi, broadcasting not live from Chapala, Mexico. I'm Bill the Geek, and this is the Bill Dallas Lewis channel. On the Bill Dallas Lewis channel, we do all things Mexico. We visit places, we go to hot springs, we go to the ocean, we go to lakes, and we try to share with you the beauty of Mexico. We have many existing videos and many videos to come, so you want to hit the subscribe button. This video is about Ajijic Seniors Accessibility. This video is about Ajijic Accessibility. This video is about being handicapped in Ajijic. The video you're about to see, we shot this video in Mazatlan. We did a 5-night tour through Mazatlan. It was fabulous. We have about 7 or 8 videos about places that we went, markets, churches, restaurants, beaches. And Robert, who has a dildo shop in Ajijic, he also owns a bed and breakfast in Mazatlan. And he provided us with this excellent 5-night tour from his bed and breakfast, which is located a half a block from Mexico's longest, Mazatlan. It's 17 miles long, and it's also located a half block from the beach. It's fabulous. If you live in the Ajijic area, I would strongly suggest you taking this trip. He put us in a Mercedes van, shuttled us all 10 of us to Mazatlan on a 6-hour trip. And he showed us fabulous things. He knows all about Mazatlan. I fell in love with Mazatlan. But one of the young ladies on the trip, her name was Pat. And Pat and her husband, Russ, they were on the tour. Russ is 80 years old. He jogs every morning. He jogged down to Mazatlan every morning while we were in Mazatlan. But Pat has had 2 hip replacements, or 2 hip surgeries, and she lives in Ajijic, her and her husband, Russ. And Robert and Pat, they were interested in discussing accessibility issues in Mazatlan, on the tour, and in Ajijic. Pat gets around with a stroller, one of those things you stand up with and walk, except hers has wheels on it. And we took some very challenging trips. One trip, we took a shuttle with all 10 of us to a place on the ocean where we all got on a small boat, and we went across the water, got off of the boat, and then we got back on land. Then we went to the beach, and Pat was with us on every step. Accessibility, getting around in Mexico, I mean, I've lived in Puerto Vallarta. They have many cobblestone streets in Puerto Vallarta. So everything will be good when you're walking around, then all of a sudden there's cobblestone. I've seen people 21 years old in great shape hit a cobblestone, go right to the ground. So Pat, we have like a 28-minute interview with Pat, and she's going to tell you her experiences with being challenged in Ajijic and on this trip, and how she handles that. And I appreciate her truthfulness and her honestness and her youthfulness and she just wanted to get out and enjoy life. And this might not be a very popular video. I may not get millions of views on this, but I think it's very valuable that people with accessibility issues take a good look at what Pat has to say. Thank you, Pat. Hello, so we're here with Pat. Pat, what is your full name?
Oh my gosh. Patricia Ann Huber.
Okay, and where are you from?
Ajijic?
You were born in Ajijic?
No, been there 10 years, so I consider myself from there, but I'm a service brat, so I've lived all over the place. Most recently from here, to get here, it was Santa Barbara for 1 year, and then before that it was Seattle for 35 years.
Okay. And today we're talking about accessibility.
Correct.
and you had surgery, and what is your challenge with your body, would you say?
Well, I've had 2 surgeries over the past 10 years here in Mexico, very successful. My challenge right now is balance, because despite how much my excellent doctor tried, my first operation, my hip was so compromised that they couldn't get it back to my leg back to the proper length. So I have one leg that's a little bit shorter than the other. So I'm not in any pain, but I use a cane for balance, and I use a 3-wheeled walker for distances.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. A 3-wheeled walker. So you just kind of put your hands on the top of the walker, and the wheels help you move along.
Right, but this 3-wheeled walker, I should have brought it out. I don't know why I didn't. But anyway, it's really special because when you use a cane a lot, you have a tendency to lean. And over a period of time, it throws your body out of whack, and it can really affect your spine.
Okay.
But the 3-wheeled walker, the handlebars are raised up. You see some elderly people, you see people sometimes on walkers where they're hunched over. That's just no good. This one, you stand up straight, and I can feel a difference in my body alignment when I use it. So I use it on flat surfaces. Say this would be perfect for here because the streets are so flat here, and I can go distances relatively quickly.
Okay.
Well, with a cane, I tend to lean more, and I tend to be a little slower.
Well, how does that work in Ajijic? How friendly is Ajijic to you for getting around town?
It's not.
Okay.
I use a cane with, on my cane, I can just pick this up, I have a very large foot. And this helps a lot and believe me, they're not cobblestones, they're rocks. We live in a barrio up on the mountainside, and so once we get out our front gate, I immediately hit rocks. There's no flat ground. If I'm in the plaza, I could use my walker. If I'm in Chapala, I could use my walker. Obviously, in a mall in Guadalajara, I can use my walker, and I have. I only use my walker in Ajijic if I know exactly where I'm going, and I know what the level's going to be like. Otherwise, it's useless.
Okay. Because in Ajijic they have. Someone asked me, well, I have a friend that is challenged. Can they move to Ajijic? Can they move to Chapala? And I just told them no.
No. I think anybody can move anywhere they want to. It's a matter of determination and planning.
Okay.
I plan for every place I go. For example, I am the art agent for Casa del Sol Inn, and the owner and I were going to go to an art auction to preview an art auction that we just actually had last week. And I didn't go because I wasn't sure exactly where I would be going. I wasn't sure of the number of stairs involved. And it's late at night, and if you can't see, I like to pre-plan my trips. And so I'm very aware of my surroundings. Going to Chapala is a really good thing for a person who is more handicapped than I am, because their streets are flat.
Okay.
Their Malacan is flat. Our Malacan's flat. You just have to be aware of your surroundings. I can walk from our gate on Marcos Castellanos down to Go Bistro with the help of a cane. There's only a little patch that isn't sidewalk, but the sidewalk is not even. So you have to be very aware of the sidewalk and not do 2 or 3 things at once. The easiest way to fall anywhere is to try to multitask. To say, oh, look at that, and keep walking, because then you're going to do a header. And I've fallen several times.
Okay.
But now I concentrate a lot, and I always try to know my environment ahead of time.
Okay. But in Ajijic and Chapala, everything can be very good for a period of time, but both towns have a lot of cobblestone streets.
They have rocky streets, yes.
Okay.
And so again, it's a matter of planning. I know if we drive to Chapala, and if we pull up near the Malacan and we're going to go to the beer garden for lunch, I know what that looks like physically. I know that they have handrails. I know that there'll be somebody there to help me up. And if I'm going to go walk along the Malecon, I can take my walker. My walker folds, so it's very convenient. If I'm just going to go into the beer garden and enjoy lunch, I may just take my cane. So, but again, you know, it's all about being prepared and being smart.
Okay.
We don't stay out late at night. I can, during the rainy season, I can actually predict when the rain's going to come. I can hear it. After 10 years here, I can hear the rain moving from east to west, and I can look at my husband at a party and say, we got to leave now, because in front of our house, when it does rain, and of course anybody who's experienced a rain here knows it's very difficult from like Seattle where there's just a trickle. When it comes in here, it comes in intense, and it runs down our hill, and it can literally go up over the sidewalk within minutes.
Okay.
And I can't run.
Oh, okay.
That's not an option. So, but again, it's about planning ahead. It's about knowing your environment, and it's about making good choices, because I don't want to fall anymore.
Now, Robert, who owns where we're staying, and he's planned all of these trips for us, and he mentioned that you were kind of hesitant to come on the trip. But how has the Mazatlan environment, the roads, the sidewalks, how are those different than the Ajijic cobblestone?
Well, first of all, it's flat. And Robert and Sherry both have been, they've been very honest with me about what they thought I could do, what I couldn't do. They said the boat out to the beach, where'd we go the other day? Stone Island. Might be a little bit of a challenge, but you know, I'm as long as I had willing participants, and I did, thank goodness for the kindness of strangers. They were ready to help me get into that rocking boat. It was a little scary, but I got there. And after, 3 cervezas, I felt like, I could get back in that boat and come home. We've walked the Malecon easily. We've walked down to the excellent little restaurant around the corner now, Macaw's. I didn't go to the parade last night, and I'm glad I didn't, because I saw Robert's video, and that would have been just too many people.
Oh, okay.
And people, you have to, again, people shouldn't be looking out for me all the time. They should be having fun for themselves. So when you're surrounded by hundreds of people, you're going to get jostled. I don't even want to go downtown Guadalajara anymore, because everybody's on a cell phone.
Okay.
They don't see you.
Okay.
They don't see that you have a cane. And I've been jostled, And again, it's not about people being rude. It's about me understanding where I'm at. So this has turned out to be great, because our room is on the first floor. I've mentioned to Robert just a couple of things that I would tweak to make it even more accessible. And I'm very glad I came.
Okay, so if we walk out of the front door of the entrance to where we're staying here, which is only a half a block, if that, from the Malecon, how do you feel about using your walker to go down to the corner and walk?
No
down?
problem. Excellent.
Okay.
No. Yeah. If I knew 3 nights ago what I know now, I wouldn't have tried the cane the first night, because Sunday night was so crowded, and it was kind of intimidating, because it was, Halloween, and it was the first day of the holiday weekend, and on this side there was bumper to bumper cruising loud cars, and on this side were cute little trick-or-treating children and families, and it was challenging to walk as far as I did. The second night I took a little plumeria, what do you call those things?
Yeah.
One of those little cute little buses. And we didn't go very far, but and we told the driver, it's a short little trip, but don't worry, we'll compensate you. And I'm glad I did, because it made it much more enjoyable. But the second night was a lot less people.
Okay.
And today was like zero. I mean, it's like we've walked around several places here, one street over from the Malecon, and there's been no challenges at all. And last night I climbed 3 flights of stairs at that hotel next door, because I wanted to check out the view from the roof. And they had an elevator shy 3 stories, and then you had to go up 3 flights of stairs.
Okay.
It took me a while, but I got up there.
Okay. So let's get let's get very basic here. You've talked about crowds, but can you just, and as long as things are flat, you're okay.
Yeah.
But if we can be real basic here, real basic, it all comes down to the walker and the surface. And how, if you were going to talk about Mazatlan, where we are here, a half a block from the Malecon, from the ocean, how would you describe the sidewalks and the surfaces and your ability to get around, and let's say there are no people?
Oh, it's 100% accessible. I wish I had that in Ajijic. I just don't. But nothing slows me down. And again, it's all about planning, and people. And when I have a great group of supportive friends, and I think it's second nature to them now. You know, they know I'm coming, and I've always got a couple of extra hands to help me in and out of a car, or you know, to help me here. I don't want to be dependent on people, but I certainly will not turn down something that makes me feel safe. And it's kind of like yesterday, we went to Stone Beach. You know, everybody in the group kind of insisted that I sit in the front with the driver rather than trying to get up into the, you know, get myself up there, which was nice. You know, I had a good time with the driver going and coming. So thoughtfulness of your friends really makes it easy too. But you know, not much keeps me from participating. And if I choose not to participate, I usually do it because, I mean, it's for a specific reason, and I don't want to put myself in a situation that either is going to affect other people or affect myself in a negative way.
Okay, so the trip has been, okay, now you're talking about Stone Island, where we went, and that was a challenging trip for everyone. It wasn't challenging, but it was a lot. We had to take the little golf cart thingies, and everybody had to get up in the golf cart thingy. Then we had to get on a boat. Then we had to get off the boat and get on another golf cart thingy. Then we had to walk through the sand to get to our tables to have beverages and eat some food. So you're saying that this trip has been, and then you have Robert. You have Robert.
Oh yeah, Robert.
And all of the people here on this trip are very loving and caring people. And you know, we all, you know, okay, there's Pat. Okay, Pat's got to get on the boat. Pat's got to get off the boat. Okay.
Somebody grab the lady.
Yeah. So for other people that are in a similar situation for you, what would you tell them when they're thinking, well, should I go on the tour with Robert? What would you tell these people?
I'd say you just have to ask somebody who's done it before, get the truth, because doing your homework is 95% of, I mean, think everything about relocation and trying new experiences. Evaluate your disability and your comfort honestly, and if you feel you can't, don't. If you feel you might be able to, try. I mean, what's the worst thing that could happen? I mean, you know, I'd fall, you know, nobody would let me fall in the water. But if I got scared, I'd turn around and take the little hoochie back to the hotel. I mean, it's not like you're going to the moon. But I think if you don't push yourself, you never know how much you can do.
Okay. Okay. How do you like Mazatlan?
I like Puerto Vallarta better. It's interesting because Russ likes Mazatlan better. I think this has...
Who is Russ?
My husband.
Okay.
My husband Russ. He likes Mazatlan better. It's a little... see, I think the weather's been perfect. And I'm the one who doesn't like heat and I don't like humidity, but I think this has been a perfect week. And he's thought it's been a little too humid, but not me. But it's a little too, especially down here on the Malecon, I find it a little too touristy.
Okay.
For example, I don't, and you know, not to dish anybody, but I don't think there's a decent restaurant on the Malecon that I've been to in 3 days. too big of portions, too watered down drinks, and everything's grande, but that doesn't mean it tastes good. Luckily, I found a couple of restaurants around the corner that I can actually walk easily to, and the food has been very, very good. PV just has a kind of a different vibe. This place has what I like to call now, I'm calling it the Miami vibe.
Oh, okay.
It's a lot of young people, a lot of hipness, a lot of noise, a lot of loud music. PV, where we've been staying, at least when we have gone during COVID, it's very small, little, intimate, boutique-y resorts.
Okay.
It's a little calmer. Now, I find this place very nice. Now that I know more about the Malecon, I don't think I even bother to go out there. I think next time we come, and we will come again, there's more of the historical part I'd like to explore. And but no, every place offers something different, and certainly it's been an adventure. I'm glad we came. We've had a very busy last 6 months with my new job, and of course Russ is always busy too. So this was nice to come and meet nice people, relax, and kind of get ready for the upcoming end of the year.
Okay. And what, in talking about challenges for people that might need a cane, that might need a walker,
Or even a wheelchair.
a wheelchair, what did I not ask that I should have asked?
Well, one of the things I look for a lot is safety bars. It's very important, I think, to add some safety bars, and I've already told this to Robert in the shower. Make one suite handicap accessible. And that doesn't mean you have to take a big, ugly metal bar and drill it into your shower, but you can. But actually, they sell clip-on bars now that are sealed into the wall, and they're very durable, and they hold like 400 pounds, which I'm not. And you can put one by the toilet. You can put two in the shower, and because like in my shower in Ajijic, I depend upon that steel bar because when I go to like wash my hair, I have to put my hands over my head, and that's scary for me because even though I have a non-slip surface, to do this very vigorously with soap on your feet is difficult. So I find myself grasping onto the bar and trying to do this, and with long hair, it's not always. I don't feel like it's thorough enough. So definitely grasp bars, definitely bath mats, not the towel kind like we have. I'm talking rubber. I'm talking about don't move bath mats. And what else did I say? Those two things came right to mind. Oh, and when you first walk in up those little stairs, he needs a rail, an iron rail.
Okay.
Because rails just make you, I don't care who you are, they just make you feel safer, whether you're handicapped or not. Now, a person in a wheelchair could very easily do this resort. I mean, this B&B. I really feel that. You can always get up to, I think it's 3 steps out here, but the doorways are wide enough. You can wheel up to the dining room table. Our room certainly is big enough, and if they had the little stand-up bars, I think you could even get yourself into the shower, pretty well. And certainly, once you got outside, you could easily get up to the Malecon and roll around.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Well, Pat, thank you. This was, Robert said this was kind of your idea that you wanted to talk about this.
Yeah, I just feel it's important to tell people what you've done so that people don't limit themselves.
Okay.
And maybe somebody will see this and give me a call and say, I'm thinking about going, and here's my limitations, Pat, what do you think? And, and rather than guessing, they'll have a firsthand experience of what I could do, what I chose not to do, why I chose not to do it, and 6 months maybe we'll be back and we'll see what's changed. But you don't learn if you don't ask, and you don't do if you don't try.
Okay. All right, Pat. Well, you're leaving. You're flying back to Ajijic tomorrow.
Exactly. We took the bus over, which was which they put me right behind the driver, so I had a little extra leg room. And for a long trip, 7 hours.
Oh, yes.
They stopped every 2 hours, which was brilliant because it gave me a chance to get up and move around a little bit. And then, but I chose. I have a business meeting on Friday late afternoon, and I miss my kitties. So we're going to fly back, and that turned out to be the perfect combination. I'm glad we did it. But no, it wasn't an intolerable 7-hour ride. Whoever thought of putting the movie
for ribs?
It's
here.
Okay.
Putting the movie in the middle. Thank you. Putting the movie in the middle. He's eager to go to ribs. I can tell. Was brilliant because it broke up the trip. Anyway, this is very nice. Thanks for listening to me. And,
Pat, thank you for joining us, and have a great trip, and enjoy Ajijic.
and I hope we see each other again.
Yes, thank you very much.
You're welcome. All right, gone.
Okay, here we go.
Leave a comment. Tell us what you think. Tell us what we have in the video that you liked, what you didn't like, what you want to see, videos you want to see. Leave a comment. We'll get back to you in 24 to 48 hours. And if you like the video, click the like button. YouTube likes the like button and subscribe. We go live every Saturday at 10 a.m. Central Time. 10 a.m. Central Time, and we talk about all things Mexico. We have people show up from all over the world. They share their experiences about living in Mexico. They ask questions about immigration, housing, food, restaurants, and we have a very good time. So hit the subscribe button so you get a notification so you can join us live every Saturday morning at 10 a.m. Central. Thank you very much for dropping by. We hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you, subscribers, for watching. We love making these videos. This is what we do for a living. We live in Chapala, Mexico, and we have many more videos to come. So click the subscribe button. In the meantime, see you in the next video.